Hello, welcome to day 1 of the 10-day beginner yoga challenge. Optional props are a blanket and 1 to 2 yoga blocks. Today's theme is initiate. Let's start our class today in child's pose. A blanket underneath the knees. If you'd like a little extra cushion, you can bring the knees together or maybe bring them out a little bit wider as you melt your chest down towards the mat. A few breaths here, maybe close the eyes as you begin to inhale through the nose and open mouth, let it go. Again, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale and open the mouth, empty the breath, let something go to create some space as you inhale to take in something new. Continuing with that breath. And on your next inhale, when you're ready, we'll lift up through tabletop. We'll take some movement here through cat-cow. So as you inhale, you can drop the belly, open up through the chest. Exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine. And continuing a few more breaths here, see if you can allow the breath to initiate the movement. So as you inhale, the belly drops, finding that cow pose. Maybe the gaze lifts, you can find a little pause. As you exhale, your spine begins to round up towards the sky and tuck the chin in towards the chest. About 1 or 2 more breaths here to even out. When you feel about even, we'll meet at a neutral spine, hips over knees, shoulders over wrist. We'll take a first modified chaturanga, so you can walk your hands forward about a palm distance forward. Hug the elbows in tight as you begin to lower down to the belly, keeping the core tight. On your inhale, we'll meet in a baby cobra. So hands underneath shoulders, press tops of feet down into the mat. As you inhale, lift your chest. Little to no weight in the hands, keep the gaze forward and down. On your exhale, lower the chest back down. One more time, baby cobra, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shoulders away from ears, gazes forward and down. On your exhale, lower the chest all the way down to the belly. This time we'll press into the hands, send your hips back, we'll meet in a child's pose. 2 breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Full breath in, full breath out. Your next inhale will lift you up through tabletop. Any little movement here that you'd like through spine, or maybe shift the weight forward and back. No rush to get there. We'll meet in a low crescent lunge. We'll step the right foot between the hands, making sure right knee is stacked up over ankle. Left knee stays grounded. Inhale lifts you up. You can maybe start with hands to hips. Again, making sure your right knee stacked up over the right ankle, maybe even heel toe the right foot forward, create a little more space for the hips. A few breaths here. If you want to take some movement, maybe take some pulses up and down. Option to stay here, or we'll extend the arms up overhead and see if you can press down into the left shin to lengthen the chest up, maybe lift your gaze, find a little back bend. One more full breath in. Exhale to settle in a little bit deeper. One more inhale. And on your exhale, plant the hands. We'll step it back and lower your knees, chest, chin. We'll take that modified chaturanga, lower all the way down to the belly, hugging the elbows in tight. One time, baby cobra, inhale, lift your chest, a little to no weight in the hands. And exhale, lower all the way back down. Press into the hands, send your hips back, child's pose. 2 breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Other side, inhale lifts you up through tabletop. 1 to 2 breaths here. Any little movement that you need, just passing through. And whenever you're ready, we'll step the left foot between the hands, low crescent lunge. Hands and come to hips to start if you'd like. Left knee stacked up over left ankle, maybe even heel toe the left foot forward, creating some space here in the hips. Maybe take a couple pulses up and down. An option to stay here or inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. A few breaths here. See if you can really focus in on the foundation of the pose, so wherever the body meets the mat. See if you can feel that connection as you initiate the pose from the ground up, pressing down, inhale, lifting up, maybe lift your gaze, take it up and back. On your exhale, plant the hands, frame the left foot, and step the left leg back. We'll lower knees, chest, chin, come all the way down to the belly. One time, baby cobra, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way back down. Send your hips back, we'll meet in a child's pose. 2 breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll lift up through tabletop. Again, any little movement here through tabletop that you'd like. And this time we'll meet in a high crescent lunge. So right foot between the hands. This time we'll tuck the left toes, lift your knee, and on your inhale, lift up to standing. Hands can come to hips to start, or maybe extend the arms up overhead. First time here, so finding that balance, root down into the foundation of the feet. You can bring your feet about hip width distance, so maybe a little bit wider to train tracks for a little more stability. And again, initiating the pose from the ground up. So notice the contact feet to mat. See if you can press down, engage through the legs, engage through the core as you inhale, lift up and out of the ribs. And on your exhale, set a little deeper, shoulders away from ears, maybe sink the hips a little deeper. One more full breath in. Full breath out. This time we'll bring hands to heart center. We'll take a little twist. So left hand will reach down to the inside of the right foot. You can also add a block underneath the left hand. Right hand can come to the hip, or maybe extend the fingers up towards the sky, working here to stack right shoulder over left. Again, focusing in on the feet, so see if you can press not only into the right foot, but also into the left leg. So as you press into the left leg, the left hamstring engages. See if you can create length in the spine as you reach the crown of the head forward. And on your exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. One more full breath in. And on your exhale, we'll plant both hands down, frame the right foot. This time we'll step the right foot back, meet in a high plank. Option here to lower knees, chest, chin, or we'll take this chaturanga. So keeping the core tight, hug the elbows in close towards the ribs. As you exhale, bend the elbows, high to low plank. Try to keep the core engaged, hips and shoulders in line. On your inhale, we'll lift up to upward facing dog. So flip over to the tops of the feet. Hips, thighs are hovering over the mat, shoulders away from ears. On your exhale, use your core to lift your hips, send them up and back. This time we'll meet in a downward facing dog. A few breaths here to settle into the down dog. So soft bend in the knees, legs don't have to be straight here. Think more about finding length in the spine as you reach the hips up and back, melt your chest towards your thighs. Soft bend in the elbows, spread your fingers out wide as you press down, lengthen the hips up and back. One more full breath in, full breath out. Other side, left foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. So back knees lifted this time, hands to hips, or maybe extend arms up overhead. A few breaths here to find that foundation, root down into the feet. And pressing strong through both legs. See if you can draw the belly in towards your spine as you tuck your tailbone down. One more inhale. And stay for the exhale. Adding that twist, hands to heart center, pause here for breath. Right hand to the inside of the left foot, maybe add a block, left fingers up towards the sky, or left hand to hip. 2 breaths here. Keep pressing strong to the legs as you inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper, maybe bring the gaze up past the left shoulder. When you're ready, we'll plant the hands, frame the left foot, step it back, high plank. Taking that chaturanga if you'd like, high to low plank. See if you can keep the core tight, making sure shoulders don't come past the elbows. Breath into upward facing dog. And this time we'll lower the knees, meet in child's pose. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. One more time as you inhale, initiate the breath, fill up through the belly, ribs, chest, throat. Open mouth, let something go. Thank you so much for joining me on day 1 of this 10-day challenge, and I hope to be with you tomorrow for day 2.